Hey crew, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and I am super excited today. I got something I think I'm really gonna get a lot of use out of. If you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you probably already know that we've recently moved. So I'm recording in a brand new location today. Where I used to live had a very small garage with a lot of stuff in it, and I couldn't hardly work on a bike, barely had room to park 2 bikes in it, much less work on stuff. So I have a shop, which is separate, on a separate piece of property, and I still have the shop, but now we've moved to a place with a 2-car garage. It's kind of a mess, we're still unpacking, we've only been here a couple of weeks and stuff. I'm gonna have room to work on bikes and do stuff to bikes here in the garage and not have to go to the shop. My lift is at the shop, and I don't wanna bring that here because it takes up a lot of space. So we have the Let's Roll Dolly and Lift 2.0. So we're gonna unbox this thing, check this thing out. I've heard really great things about it. Let's get into it. Let's see what we got and let's see if it's as good as they say it is. This big box here is the cruiser part. It says Let's Roll Cruiser and it's check marked. I have a small box back there on the bike that's the lift. So after we open it up here, we've got a certificate of authenticity. One of the things about the Let's Roll Cruiser Dolly and Lift is they are entirely made in the USA. So you're getting a USA made product. I know that's important to a lot of people. I buy USA when I can, and they sent me a little sticker as well. That's always a plus. Look at the size of these casters. These things are big. Oh, they feel good. Roll nice and smooth. Now this is the 2.0 version. And one of the things they changed on this is the frame is an additional inch off the ground, so the bike gets an inch higher, and it makes moving your bike around easier, and it also accommodates if you have a 21 or 23 inch wheel so that the wheel is off the ground even with oversized wheels. They also added drain holes in the uprights that hold the crossbars, so water or oil or anything that might get in there while you're working on the bike won't set in there, it'll actually drain out. Let's get this thing put together. They provide instructions. It's pretty easy. The locking casters go to the rear, or what I would consider the rear. The free rolling casters go to the front. The front would be what I consider where the frame is closest to these crossbar mounts. I don't have all my tools with me. Most of my tools are at the shop. I keep some in my truck, but Firecracker took my truck somewhere this morning, making do with what tools I have. And this will definitely get the job done. Here we have the Let's Roll Lift. Let's get this thing unboxed and see what it takes to assemble it. Instructions. This is a scissor lift capable of 1,100 pounds. Never use an impact, air, or electric to turn the screw, which is something I see on all of these scissor lifts. A 7/8 deep well socket with a swivel head ratchet or a drill work best. So you can use a drill, do not use an impact. There is a difference. If you're not sure how to use this or put it together, they have a QR code you can scan to watch a video. They even provide grease. So the lift is already greased in the channels where the scissor jack moves to raise and lower. You're only greasing the bolt. So there's even little tear tabs in the plastic, so you can just tear it straight across. Works real easy. I would say half a packet is gonna be plenty. And you really wanna focus on greasing the end that goes in first, because that's gonna spread grease all down through it as you screw it in. And this is the part that needs the most lubrication as you get it started. If you guys have used Loctite, you know the concept. Except with grease, a little dab doesn't do you. You want to use a lot. You want to get it on there good. This is a lot thicker than Loctite. It doesn't roll all down through there. Get it down in those threads good. You should be good to go. It's all greased up. All right, we've got assembly done. Let's test this thing out. Now, it's important to note, you put the jack in from the high side. That's the throttle side of the bike because the bike leans to the left, to the shifter side. So we're gonna go in from the throttle side jack the bike up, and then the dolly comes in from the opposite side, from the kickstand side. It's very important to remember those things. Let's get started. All right, guys, as you saw, I just put it on the dolly. Now, I locked one of the wheels here so it wouldn't move around. The lock is on this side. Let me show you how easy this thing spins. One-handed. If I want to move it around, I can grab the back, bring it in here. It's very easy to spin, move, rolls great. It's very sturdy. I'm shaking on it, pulling on it. I'm not worried the bike's coming off of it at all. Nice wide base, makes it very, very stable. Great big casters, rolls real easy. Little bumps in the floor, little things in the floor, it'll roll right over. Very easy to spin it around. Pretty nice. Another great thing about the Let's Roll Dolly and Lift is its size. So it's really not that big. I'm going to show you where I've got it stored at over here. And as you can see, it doesn't take up that much space. If I had a workbench in here, it could sit underneath the workbench. You could lean it up in a corner. The lift sits inside of the dolly. So if you have it on a shelf or something like that, it all sits in there together and does not take up a lot of space. And again, I want to kind of comment on this because I don't think I really stressed enough earlier. I've had other jacks and lift systems where they were all in one system. You know, you lifted the bike and then you could roll it around on that and you had to strap it down and stuff. And this is way, way more stable than those. From what I can tell, quality-wise, you know, much better quality. The casters are much bigger. It rolls much easier, feels much more stable, has a bigger, wider base. I have no worries about putting the bike on this and moving around the garage and working on it without it strapped down. I mean, this thing is very, very stable. All right, that's the Let's Roll Dolly and Lift 2.0. I am really excited to have this in the garage. I don't have as much space in here as I do the shop to move stuff around and everything. So having this in here when we have the other bikes in here will allow me to work on it, spin it, clean it, not having to worry about walking it in and out. Our driveway's on a slant, so pulling bikes out and back in is not going to be as easy. You'd have to start them and drive them in. You're not just going to shove them around. So I'm really excited to have this product here. Seems like it's going to work great. I'm going to do another video where I'm going to test it and do some work on the bike with it up on this, but it's very stable. Wheels roll really good. Made in the USA. Really going to get a lot of use out of this, I think. If you are interested in one of these, if it's something you think you would like to buy, there will be a link in the description down below. Check it out. If there's any discount codes or anything else, that'll be posted down there as well. We'll see you guys in the next one. You all stay safe and keep on riding.